this a shot. We will not have people get permanently killed. Ah! Do I really have to do this to not look like a fool? Let me double check my spelling. I really have to do this to not look like a fool. Oh. There we go. Something just didn't feel right, but it wasn't a problem. Yes, tutorial would be helpful. WOG, Rot Gob Orc Strategist. Very helpful. You awaken in the depth of a dungeon. Your last memories are of orc battle cries and the shouts of your companions. You must have been knocked out and left for dead. You hear more shouts coming from the gloom of the next corridor. Best go look for your companions before they get themselves killed. Okay. Warrior will not survive this dungeon on its own. You must find others. Click your warrior to select them. Click the position you'd like to take. And move. I'll show the next room. I'm attacked by two snotlings and an orc boys. The greenskins are no match for your warriors. Select your warrior and double-click an enemy to perform an attack. The character sheet shows how many attacks you can perform per turn. Once you attack, you can no longer move. Now attack again. The warrior has no more attacks or moves to make this turn. Deselect your character by clicking an empty space and end your turn. Oh. Now finish off these pests. Remember, once you attack, you can no longer move, and you can only attack neighboring enemies. Both are Gunvar. Just got the orc boy. One-shot him. Excellent. A new weapon. Click add to stash. Then click the button in the bottom right corner to access the inventory. Also got a potion of healing. Now drag the new weapon from your stash over your current weapon in your inventory. I need to make sure that this is updated. There we go. Sorry, I thought I got a message. Now, press the back button to continue your adventure. Oh, I see my character sheet now. Click on an empty space. Your warrior has no attack. Or move, end your turn, replenish your moves and attacks. Continue through the dungeon. Don't forget, ending your turn replenishes your movement. Can I move the map? Period. I can. Let's end our turn. It's the warrior's phase. Attacked, Night Goblin Spearman. You found one of your companions, badly wounded and surrounded by enemies. Your warrior has been given bandages. Select your warrior and click the bandages to activate it, then double click on the wizard to heal. Now finish off these pests. Remember, once you attack, you can no longer move. And you can only attack neighboring enemies. Magnus Streed. Okay. Oh, I see. I can still move. Actually, let's head there. Good job, Balthor. Continue through the dungeon. Don't forget, ending your turn replenishes your movement. I get that. You don't need to tell me that constantly. I might want to see. That does. The Sword of Spite does 13 to 18 damage. That does 5 to 10, 7 to 11. Can I? No, I cannot. Throw that on there. There, Gray Wizard. Let's have a move. Orcs. Every turn, the wizard draws power from the Winds of Magic, which is used to power spells. Select your wizard now. Your Winds of Magic is displayed just above your wizard's character sheet, and all spells have a cost. Now press the Spells tab. Click on... Oh, click that? Occam's Mind Razors or Nightmare Visage. Pressing the tab will bring up items, spells, or abilities available if there are more than one. Select Occam's Mind Razors now. Now double-click on a target to cast. When you do, your Winds of Magic will decrease. Now finish off these pests. Remember, once you walk, you can no longer move, and you can only attack neighboring enemies. You missed. Oh, shoot. I didn't look far enough in. They still have... Fine. You still have another attack in you. You need to stop missing my guy. Otherwise, we're gonna start having issues. Continue through the dungeon. Okay, I get it. Rune of Mogren. Chance to slam. And +1 strength. Is this not an item that we can... Right, because I don't have a dwarf. Okay, that's fine. Attacked by Troll Den. 5 vicious river trolls. You've reached the depths of the dungeon to find the final member of your party, the Wood Elf Waywatcher. She's particularly skilled with a bow. So let's loose off a few arrows. Where's that arrow? The ranged weapons can perform ranged and melee attacks in the same turn. Okay. Enemies highlighted in orange show range targets. Enemies highlighted in red show melee. Double click an enemy to fire. I see. I can't hit that one, but I can hit this one. Clicking and holding any character item skill will bring up in the journal page. Now select my wizard. So, Occam's Mind Razor. Fire 3 Mind Razors at the enemy. Mind Razors cannot miss and cause a large amount of damage proportional to the wizard's level. Okay. I'm at a concern for the chance of survival for my ally here. Let's move and use Occam's Mind Razor. It's Nightmare Visage. The Grey Wizard attempts to take on the form of an extremely powerful and frightening foe in the mind of the target enemy. It's a 50% chance of success. If successful, the enemy's chance to hit is reduced until your next turn. Okay, let's do that. It resisted. That is not ideal. Miss. Pitiful damage, but you know, I guess it is what it is. That's it. Okay. The heal. All heroes die. Eventually, inevitably, method and character determine this land. Not the march of time. Looting, indulging, mere distractions from what you crave. Any idea above trinkets to last forever. A calling. A legend. Okay. Yours begins. So that squad died? I haven't adjusted the audio, so I don't know. Dwarves are well known for their refusal to use anything other than a hammer or an axe. I'm hoping the game's not too loud. Squashing bugs. Every adventure starts somewhere. Yours begins with the promise of gold from a mad old farmer. He seems to think the local spider populace is amassing an army to rise up and eat his crops. Possibly him as well. Your party finds themselves standing at the entrance of an old mine. Plow through these arachnids and we can go collect our reward. So I have Drang Forgehand, Grizak the Bloody, and Magnus Wolfheart. Oh wait, I see. My bad. Let's move our party. Let's end turn. I made a mistake. I should see what they all have. Here's an axe, a battered dwarven helm, and a small thing here. I could give him the Grotech axe. Apparently. Nath the Shadow Strider can choose to have the Sun Fang, which burns enemies, which I might as well throw on. And the Reaper Bow, which once projected in the wielder may fire multi-shot, striking their targets and other enemies in line of sight. Did that have any special thing? Double damage on enemies of toughness 7 or higher. And Grizak the Bloody can ignore toughness, double base damage with this deck. The Slayer King, slight chance to attack friends over foes. Might not be a good idea. Oh well, let's throw it on. How bad could it be? Decrease spell cost by 1, Staff of Volans. There. Oh, I see. I can get some information on my characters. Drang Forgehand. Let's get an understanding of who we have with us. Like all dwarves, Ironbreakers are bearded, proud, and short, but what they lack in height, they make up for with a stocky, muscular build perfectly suited for swinging large war axes and cleaving through goblin heads in enclosed spaces. They excel at such things as that is the prime duty of an Ironbreaker. They are armored, and trained to guard the lower tunnels and crucial underground entrances of the last surviving dwarf holds. Magnificent, ancient underground fortresses that are now remnants of a crumbling empire. When not tasked with such a sacred duty, an Ironbreaker is a great asset to any band of adventurers, as their experience in combat amidst the close confines of a dungeon passage cannot be matched. Nath Shadowstrider. Wood Elves are deeply suspicious and often overtly hostile to all other races. Such is the distrust they jealously guard the borders of their forest kingdom, keeping the realm's hidden tracks and secret paths under constant vigil by an elite group of deadly accurate archers and master hunters known as Waywatchers. Even amongst their own kin, Waywatchers are known as solitary individuals, more at home wandering the forest under their camouflaged cowl with a longbow in hand. And yet, very occasionally, a few Waywatchers will form a desire, be it a stirring of their heart or even a personal quest entrusted to them by Queen Ariel, to search beyond the wood elf realm of Athaloran and seek out other places and beings that may need their protection. Interesting. Pinning. I don't know what pinning does. Grizak the Bloody is a marauder. To the north lies the realm of chaos, and its shadow To the north lies the realm of chaos, and in its shadow are leagues upon leagues of wilderness, hinterlands that are home to many different tribes of men who worship the ruinous power. The closest of these fell lands to the Empire is Norska. The Norse are fierce barbarians, usually tall and broad in stature, hard-bitten and warlike with a thirst for adventure. The marauders who live on the southern coast of Norska, where the land gouges into the Sea of Claws, are the furthest tribes from the realm of chaos, and so are said to be the least favored of the gods, and the most likely to be seen openly in more civilized lands as a result. They have the most wounds. Interesting. And Magnus Wolfhard, our Grey Wizard. The 8 colleges of magic have been centers of arcane learning in the Empire for centuries. Each college, also known as orders, specializes in one of the 8 lores of magic. The Grey Order studies the lore of shadows formed from the wind of Ulgu. It is a magic of concealment, illusion, and trickery, lending an air of suspicion around those who practice it, namely the Grey Wizards. This reputation is often a hindrance as much as an ally, for Grey Wizards are true itinerants. Out of all the colleges, it is the Grey Wizards who travel the furthest and therefore the most likely to attach themselves to a group of wandering adventurers, even if their agendas are quite different to the wizard's own. Well, that was fun to read about. Let's have him go in first. Giant spiders. Actually, let's see how he does against his attacks here. Giant spider is dead. Giant spider is dead. giant spider is dead. Do I get a... No, I don't get a second. Hold up. Shadow daggers? Shadow daggers... Let's figure out what these do. Hold up. Attack the target or targeted adjacent enemy as well as anyone standing to the target's left or right. Each shadow bolt causes a low number of wounds, proportional to the wizard's battle level. We can check. Heal the targeted warrior for 1 to 6 wounds. And shadow bolt. Which is probably what I'll have to do to hit him. Which, the wizard throws a projectile dealing damage to the target and a chance to hit surrounding fighters for minor wounds proportional. Okay, well, let's hit it anyways. Arrowhead. This item has no use in combat but can be sold in the market. Yeah, sure. Giant rats. I missed. I missed. Good. That is likely the end of my turn. I've been pinned? Pinning. Oh, I see. This will help. If there's a monster adjacent to your warrior at the start of your turn, there's a chance your warrior will become pinned by the monster. Pinned warriors are unable to move, and as they are standing their ground in combat against their opponent. Sorry. Although pinned warriors may not move, attack these items. Death blows. Let's see. Sometimes a warrior will kill an enemy with a single ferocious blow called a death blow. The warrior gains a rush of adrenaline when this happens, causing them to automatically attack an enemy adjacent to their previous target. This additional attack may also be a death blow. I see. Okay, I see. There's a lot of information. I can figure out. That's fair enough. I see. That's actually important to know. I believe I already read those. But I see. I could learn. Dwarf Troll Slayer. Dwarves are a proud race who do not cope well with failure, such as loss of wealth, stature, the inability to uphold a promise, or satisfy a grudge. If any of these things come to pass, there is only one path left for a dwarf. He will shun his armor, dye his hair, and coat it in grease, grab the ancestral axe, and walk into the wilderness in search of death. This cannot be any miserable death. They must seek it by fighting and killing monsters. The larger the creature they can slay, the more they can atone for past shame. Of course, a skilled warrior with such an outlook is bound to be useful. Okay, I see. An archmage. Hold up, what's slaying? When the troll slayer critically hits a monster, he cleaves through monsters' defenses with ease. Okay. While men can only see one of the 8 sorcerous winds, their minds inadequate to master more than one single lore. The High Elf of Ulthuan can perceive the entire breadth of the magical spectrum. This, combined with the lifespan many times that of a man, means the High Elf Archmages are undoubtedly some of the most powerful sorcerers in the entire world. There are myriad reasons why a powerful Archmage would deign to associate with such rough and tumble types as a group of adventurers. Could be in search of lost knowledge, a forbidden magical tome, or maybe they are simply trying to learn the ways of the Empire and its citizens, which are often confounding, contradictory, and crude compared to the refined ways of the High Elf. So they can have 2 magic. Like Grey Wizards, the Archmage attempts to draw power from the magical winds each turn during the power phase. Unlike Grey Wizards, able to channel tool schools and offensive and other defensive, and drawing power will receive either offensive or defensive power, and the only spell from the school will be available for a turn. The Archmage also has a power reserve, which can be used when needed. Reserve power is automatically used when available. Casting spells that cost more power than the wind has provided. Wait. Reserve power. Okay, I see. Sometimes able to magically deflect incoming damage when struck in combat. Each time the Archmage casts a spell, the chance of deflecting damage during the enemy turn is increased to a maximum of 50% when 3 spells have been cast during their turn. A Warrior Priest. I don't know why there's so much stuff here. I don't think we have these characters. Sigmar, the founder of the Empire, was a great warrior, perhaps the greatest to have ever walked the old world. So the religion that was founded in his stead is a martial one. His clergy are more than orators and chaplains. They're warrior priests, capable of cleaving orc heads and besting chaos warriors while singing battle hymns and channeling the might of Sigmar with each swing of the hammer. Whilst many warrior priests attend a temple, there are a few who are encouraged to wander the Empire, ministering to its people, slaying the fell creatures that have trespassed into Sigmar's lands, and to hunt out sacred relics in the name of the Grand Theogonist. Thus, a party of dungeoneering treasure hunters make amicable, if not theological, ideal companions. And they can do blessings. I see. Each turn during the power phase, the warrior priest prays to Sigmar to gain favor. During the turn, you may attempt to cast a blessing. If Sigmar is listening, the blessing may affect up to the whole party. Warrior priest can gain strong favor or weak favor, affecting the chance of the blessing being heard or affecting multiple warriors. If the warrior priest increases in level, his blessings become more powerful, and he becomes more likely to be heard by Sigmar. The Shadow Warrior. Long ago, the Elven race was riven by a bitter civil war. Their island home, Uthuan, was ravaged by the followers of the Witch King, those who would become the Dark Elves. This troubling era is known as the Sundering, a schism that blights the High Elves to this very day. Dark Elves were eventually defeated and exiled across the sea, from where they constantly raid, desperate to retake their former homeland. Common invasion routes travel through the Shadowlands, a blighted realm that still bears the scars of the Sundering. However, the Shadowlands are not unprotected. Stood Sentinel are the Shadow Warriors, a taciturn warrior class who excel at ambush and guerrilla warfare. It's said that a Shadow Warrior's heart is forever cold, chilled by hatred of their former kin. These warriors are seen as elites by even the lofty standards of the High Elves and are masters of both longbow and blade. Who's to say why such deadly killers find themselves in the company of strangers exploring the dungeons of the old world? Could they still be stalking Dark Elves so far from home? They get quivers. Can be equipped with many different quivers. Equipping one of these will imbue his arrows with the power of that quiver. Each quiver is unique, casting different effects. A Bright Wizard. One of the 8 magical orders within the Empire, it is the Bright Wizard, the Pyromancers, who are arguably the most feared by the common denizens. For those who wield the lore of fire, are quick to anger, and have fierce temperaments, they can run as hot as flame. It's no coincidence that such fiery individuals are drawn to the Bright College, where fire and fury can be turned into a deadly gamut of spells. While practitioners of the 7 other orders can use their arcane arts in subtle and strange manners, Bright Wizard has a repertoire of spells which are far more direct. Why bother creating illusions to confuse and befuddle when a fireball will deal with the foe in a more instant and lethal way? Such power is held in awe by the Empire's generals, who view the wizards as magical artillery. All well and good on the battlefield, but in the dungeon, more caution needs to be taken, for fire and enclosed spaces are not always a good mix. Ogre Iron Gut. Iron Guts are ferocious ogres that wield large double-handed weapons such as giant crudely forged scimitars or even whole tree trunks in their heavily muscled arms. Along with a tendency to eat anything they come across, their usual role is as a bodyguard for Tyrant, the ogre warlord who lead rampaging hordes down into civilized lands from the Mountains of Morn. Such a prestigious place as an ogre tyrant's personal retinue brings many benefits, including first pickings of the loot. This inflates the ogre's ego to no end. Thus, Iron Guts may not actually be any stronger or skilled than the more common ogre bulls. They simply have superior weapons and an ego to match. It's no mystery why a band of warriors would want an ogre in their party. Aside from the difficulty of mingling in the local tavern, an ogre is a formidable foe to any monster encountered in the dungeon. Their mercantile nature also ensures a certain amount of loyalty to the group, as long as they get a sizable share of the loot. And the Witch Hunter. Heresy and the practice of unsanctioned wizardry are rife within the Empire. Those that dare employ fell sorcery or consort with the dark gods must answer to the witch hunters. To say a witch hunter is a stern individual is to not fully comprehend the true unyielding nature hidden behind their cold, judging eyes. Even the innocent should rightly fear the gaze, for chaos can hide behind even the most gentle of hearts. To combat such evil, a witch hunter is armed with deadly and exotic weaponry, from files of fey tears, holy talismans, and protective charms, to weapons of more practical applications, such as sword and pistol. On the face of it may seem strange that a warrior with such puritanical beliefs would ally themselves to fortune seekers delving in the dark, but it is into the darkness that witch hunters wish to tread, as the greatest evils, the foulest of heresies, lie in wait, hidden within the dungeons of the old world. And then willpower is used by witch hunters to cast invocations. Power is gained when the witch hunter is resurrected or sees his enemy slaughtered, and is lost when the witch hunter sees members of his party stunned or knocked down. The witch hunter also gains 2 willpower every time, as long as he's not stunned or knocked down. When the witch hunter's willpower is particularly high or low, his combat ability is affected, making him significantly better or worse at fighting. And Bane of the Undead. Damage the targeted undead enemy for... Okay, I see, so... good against undead. And then we have critters, giant rat. Dungeons are not only home to orcs and goblins, but countless brood of vermin lurk within. There are plenty of the more commonly seen rats in the catacombs the warriors will visit. There are also far more dangerous vermin as well. Rats as big as hounds and twice as bold, ready to reach out with yellowed incisors and rip the leg off a blundering intruder. Giant spider. Monstrous spiders are prevalent throughout the lands and lurk under the grounds in caves and dungeons, waiting for prey to get caught in their deadly webbing, when they can scuttle down and attack, sinking their venom-coated fangs into helpless flesh. Giant spiders are normally solitary monsters, but will group together and attack when encountering a threat such as warriors. Settlements. Whatever the size, settlements are busy places teeming with activity. The inhabitants strive to make a living. Peddlers accost the warriors on the streets to sell them trinkets, while merchants loudly proclaim the quality of their wares. To the weary traveler, some settlements are like an oasis in the desert. I figure fasting to a decent meal and a real bed after months in the wild. And I haven't visited any places yet. Okay. Armor with higher toughness. My bad, this is not what I meant. I needed to remember how to play the game. Not necessarily helpful. We might want a chance to block, that might be helpful. Oh wait, can't be done. I have chosen my path, and I will stick to it. was the thing I just got? This. Armor. And he can't move. Did his turn, so that should be fine. Giant spiders. Actually, why did I do that? That was a bad move on my part. But Shadow Bolt, on the other hand. That was a good move. They did not like that. He's pinned. Okay. The death blow combo there. Hold up. A stake causes an additional 10 to 20 damage, chance to stun against undead. I don't want them to necessarily lead the charge. You can go there. Squashing bugs. Maybe the old farmer wasn't as mad as he previously thought. Calling the spider horde an army might be a stretch, but he was right. There are a lot of them down there. From the looks of this room, it's only going to get worse. Critter Hive. Oh, I can't move any further. Before I do anything, though, I would like to open up my journal. How did I do that previously? Berserk is a passive. The Marauder has a chance to go berserk at the start of each turn when enemies are present or when enemies spare. There's a chance that he's unable to control himself, starts swinging wildly, damaging adjacent warriors, and preventing him from taking any actions for the remainder of his turn. If he is able to control himself, he remains in a berserk state and gains one attack until the end of the turn. The Marauder's chance of controlling himself increases as he increases battle level and as he kills enemies in each round of combat. Good to know. Where was my journal? I mean, it's not a huge deal, but can Shadow Bolt land? I don't have enough Winds of Magic. Might be better to let him push into us. That was a miss. fast forward this. Hold up. Each turn a monster may attempt to web a warrior as many times as it is attacked. If the monster webs your warrior, they may not do anything when webbed. The warrior may be bitten with the rest of the monster's attack. With each bite guaranteed to hit. Attacks from other enemies are more likely to hit. Webbed warrior. At the start of each warrior's phase, there's a chance the web warrior pulls themselves free from the sticky strands and act normally for the turn. Stronger warriors have a better chance. Okay, still want to know how I pulled up the... see people have different passives that I didn't know about. Whenever she's attacked, she has a chance to dodge the blow and cause no damage. So I can't use him, period, right now. Oh, there's my journal. Okay, that's fine. What I wanted to know. Okay, so there's no difference in spiders. That's what I needed to know. I'm pinned. Could do that. Could also do... No, that's not gonna help. Spiders are a bigger problem. Instead, though, I can't move in. Let's save. We'll end our turn. Not ideal. Okay, what if I go here? There we go. They only get one attack each. So if I do this... Of course. That has no use, it's a chaos symbol. Well, we'll take it and sell it. I am victorious. Like the Skaven or just want to eradicate them. Squashing Pugs, well done. You've made it out of your first dungeon in one piece. More or less. Now let's go to the nearest settlement. Siegfriedhof. To spend your hard-fought earnings. Click on the settlement and press trial button on the settlement card to move there. You've received 50 gold. Siegfriedhof. You can sell and buy loot in settlement, level up heroes, and all manners of other activities. Select a warrior in the central carousel and use the location button in the middle panel to send them off to town. Warriors may experience all sorts of events when sent to locations. When you're ready to go adventuring again, however, appear someone wishes to speak to you first. The Miserable Minstrel. As the adventurers approach Siegfriedhof, they spy a lonesome figure sat upon the 2-league waystone in the town. Your party is wisely cautious. The man sees you coming but doesn't seem to care. Closer inspection reveals him to be wearing the garb of a minstrel. I suppose you're going to rob me, he says with a dour expression on his face. Not having much use for a beaten up instrument of his rags, ignore the minstrel, move on towards Siegfriedhof. Not thieves, then, he shouts after you. But I bet you like riches all the same. Did he say riches? Your party pauses. Oh, that's got your attention. He jumps off the waystone and smiles for the first time. I know where there's a hoard, you see. A pile of gold and jewels stolen by bandits. Some bandits stole my loot. Not this old thing, but an instrument of pure beauty, encased in silver and inscribed in most wondrous fashion. So I'll guide you to the dungeon. You clear out all the creatures and keep the treasure, but the loot is mine. Meet me outside Siegfriedhof when you're ready. The miserable minstrel. We have a cast of characters. I think we should just sell all the non-needed items. We should probably buy, what does this do? Heals wounds. That might be worth saving up for. The Adventurers Guild. Pool of riches and glory in the old world is huge. New adventurers are always willing to join your group. The Adventurers Guild allows you to retire any of your existing group and hire new heroes into the vacant spot. Be warned though, once an adventurer retires, he will wander off and never be found again. I understand what the market is. Each element will have quests associated with it. The spears is a red dungeon marker, while white dungeon markers denote other types of quests. Completing these will open up new settlements to explore. When your party has completed all the red dungeons in a region, a black dungeon will appear. These are incredibly hard, so make sure you prepare before tackling one. I'll probably Gulf Eyebiter, Magnus Flametongue, Altherin, Jacob the Penitent. We'll probably stick with we'll level people up one at a time. We'll make this a big party thing. We won't switch every single time. Well, this way we have a strong and diverse party. I see I can pay to train people. Is he the only one that can train? Don't know how that works. Between adventures, warriors will go to their deities and offer prayers. Once your warrior has been blessed, they cannot gain any more until they prove themselves in dungeon. Who knows, the gods may bestow your reward. Okay, sure. Meditating. The warrior gains 2 melee. Effect less. Oh, I see, it's that type of thing. It's not too exciting for me. Oh, let's have this initial party go. We don't need... I don't know quite how this works. We'll go adventuring. Quests are an adventurer's bread and butter. Completing white ones will open up new sections of the map. Quests belonging to the settlement you are in are colored red. For example, the miserable minstrel has just bumped into you just bumped into town can be found at the red dungeon in the west. These are tough but yield better rewards. Good luck. So what's this then? Rescue the librarian, and that's the main thing. It's recommended to be level 1 for that. No, we'll stay where we are. I don't know how to oh, I just have a whole party now. Holy crap, we have a lot of people. I'll head there first. Oh, and then I select my warriors. Okay. I can only have 4 at a time. We'll stick with these. How many do we have? Not quite enough. It's fine, that's fine. Oh wait, are they actually level up? Hold up. I didn't pay close enough attention. They are level 1. It's fine. Night Goblin with the bow. They're ranged, so... But I can only attack 1 at a time, so let's do this. Shadow daggers won't reach. Which probably means I shouldn't have done that, but that's fine. Ouch. I'm pinned. Okay. The Blessed Hauberk. 1 toughness. Okay, yeah, sure. Who can use that? Who's that for then? It's for the Witch Hunter. Okay. So they get stuff as well. That's good to know. I don't want them to initiate, so we will. Oh, I see. We'll try to keep it 2 melee, a mage, and another range style character. I think that's how I'm gonna keep it. Attacked by zombie and critters. What's that say about zombies? Zombies are little more than animated vessels of flesh and bone, often having missing limbs supplemented with rotting fence posts, carriage wheels, or rusting metal trusses. A lone zombie should not cause a warrior too much trouble, but a horde can quickly overwhelm their prey. Night Goblin with the bow. It's not just the spear-armed Night Goblin that the warriors will happenstance on their quest. The hooded greenskins have been known to wield short bows, sending badly fletched arrows into the air, only to dink against the cave wall or disappear into the darkness. Occasionally an arrow will strike its target, a crude but heavy flint arrow head gouging an eye or slicing through muscle. Warriors beware. Night goblins are robed, sunlight-fearing greenskins with a penchant for cultivating and consuming noxious cave fungus. The preferred weapon is a crude spear or pointy stick, with which they can jab at trespassers from a relatively safe distance. They're not the strongest creatures for your warriors to counter, but they are surprisingly vicious when it comes to defending their subterranean lair. Ooh. Miss. Well, that went relatively well. The rat's less likely to be an issue. Oh, I didn't realize there was another. I missed an enemy. Ooh. Oh, that can hit teammates. I didn't realize. Oops. Let's end our turn there. He's gone berserk. He's also pinned. Oh my god. Gonna say, if you're gonna berserk, at least it sure, we'll go ahead and move him forward. Zombies and critters. Hit it. Dead. It's gonna be blocking the way, so we'll just have him move forward. That is very disappointing. We will also do Shadow Bolt. Yep. And that'll have to be our turn. That was a bit of damage. He's pinned. Oh, that was kind of pitiful. Wood Elf amulet, which would be helpful for them, right? I could be wrong. He already has one. It's not helpful. Oh, crap. Berserk! Good. Rescue the librarian. Your warriors enter what appear to be some kind of dungeon prison. They see at the back of the room a cage within it, someone motionless. The warriors are unable to determine the condition of the prisoner, or if it is the librarian. Before they can investigate, you are surrounded by enemies. Gigantic spider and night goblin. A gigantic spider, I see. Giant spiders are big, but gigantic spiders are far larger. So huge that forest goblins have been known to ride them into battle. But gigantic spiders are far more than just mounts. They are towering monstrosities that can carve through a warrior's armor with a single slice of their chitinous legs. Multiple routes. For the person version. I see. At the start of turn, there's a chance that one of your warriors knows something that interrupts your magic users while they draw their power. More often than not, the thing being noticed is a group of fierce enemies bearing down on your party, throwing you into unexpected combat. That's fine. Snotlings. No one knows what snotlings really are, just that wherever there are orcs, there are usually snotlings. The orcs consider them pests that are simply too ubiquitous to be truly rid of. However, when the creatures gather together in large numbers, they are surprisingly dangerous, able to overwhelm even heavily armed and armored warriors through sheer weight and numbers. And training grounds can help you level. Shadow Bolt is not available yet. That's not ideal. That hurts. He's gone berserk. Of course. Not ideal. I can't move him either. Oh! Zombies have shown up? This is actually bad. Hold up. What? To heal the... To do this, they must be standing in just grab me possession. Hold up. Do you have small bandages? Good. Spider's dead. It's the Finger of Death scroll. see, it's just high damage. Let's swing at this. Potion of quickness. After warriors slay the remnants of the beast, they quickly rush over to the body in the small cell. They quickly identify that it is indeed the librarian. Grizak the Bloody bashes the primitive cell lock and clumsily rips the door off its hinges. The motionless body in the cell suddenly springs to life and sits up. Oh, thank you! I've been stuck in this cell for days. I thought I'd never see light again. My name is Saiger, and I'm the librarian from the settlement nearby. Saiger gets up and scuttles through the room across the room to corner of rubble and starts frantically searching through. He appears to find a small bag. Here, he says, have these magical scrolls. They are really very powerful indeed. You deserve them for saving my life. He's the scrolls to the warriors and starts making his way to the exit. Okay. Okay. We are victorious. Has anybody leveled up yet? Not quite yet. But we're gonna want bandages or some form of healing. No, we're not doing that one yet. I want to head back to the area here. Is it gonna play that every time? I really hope not. Oh, I see. I see. It costs money to level up. We're gonna want to buy some. I'll buy a potion. Already have one. I don't know if I want the toughness or quickness one. But the scrolls are useful. Stakes will be useful. Hold up. You would use this. He needs a healing item. I could do medium provisions. There we go. Can only one per... I'm guessing, yeah, he's the only one that can use it. Okay, that's fine. Everybody's level 1, right? Yeah, good. Okay. That works how I think it does then. Should probably... Honestly... It seems like that's going to become important. Orcs and goblins. They all are ready for battle. Hold up. There we go. A few hours later, you find yourself amidst some ruins that the forest have long since taken over. The trees ominously tower over the decaying walls, and vicious-looking ivy has covered the rest. The minstrel, now much happier, points to a sunken cave entrance in the center of the ruins. Off you go, then. It's down there. Don't worry about the bandits. They've been scared off by whatever lurks in there. Nothing that will bother brave warriors such as yourselves. Remember, the gold is yours, but the instrument is mine. And they put my mage closest to the entrance. Night goblins with a bow. That does not frighten me. No, none of that's gonna help. I see the stash cannot be accessed during combat, but I can continue. I should always bring some extra healing items then. Oof. And see if they can get a... Nope. They're pinned, so let's have them open up the path. Unfortunate. How unfortunate. Oh. Well, neither of them hit. Oh, we've gone berserk, so... He's been pinned. What? It hit me. I couldn't have predicted that. Well, that's not ideal. I could do medium provisions. That was quite a beating I just took. A drought of healing may also be necessary. How much health does he normally have? $16. Can you use some small bandages real quick? My bad. Or actually... There we go. That was a brutal hit that he took. night goblins. This would be the more ideal fight. Unless he misses. Of course. Shush phone. I probably should have taken out the spearman, but it is what it is. Ouch. Some more night goblin spearmen have arrived, and he has gone berserk. He's been pinned! He's been pinned as well. That is not ideal. Stop watching me like that. Gosh darn it. That was not a very effective strike, my guy. Range of magic are 0. That's not ideal. We're taking a bit of a beating. Winds of Magic's powerful this time. But it's at the risk of hurting my friends, so we will do Healing Mist here. And another strike. How unfortunate. Hopefully he can get these hits. Good. It's for the Dwarf Ironbreaker. That might be good for him then. It is. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and use... Actually, he needs the Healing Mist more right now. Good. We've been sneak attacked. And my man's has gone berserk when he got pinned! I think it would be ideal to bring this guy past here. They've managed to get behind us. They're all gonna fire. They can fire across that? I didn't know, but I took cover. Never mind, we need to rush them. That's all I got for now. gonna be the best position I can get. And hope for a death blow. Good. Moonstaff for the Archmage, which is none of what we have here. Just start. Oh, wasn't a problem. Right is always right, you know. I now understand how the healing and magic all work. Night Goblin boss. You can tell a Night Goblin boss from the rest of the mob when as he will be wearing larger and flouncier robes, often decorated with glyphs or tribal symbols. Goblin bosses lack the brute strength of their orc counterparts, but make up for this by being extra sneaky and giddish. They are known as the cunning of a very cunning race. Sticking together. Okay, I get it. I'm not leaving him behind. Take him. That's a shame. That's another shame. That's less so. Nobody else can do anything. Ooh. Good, we've gone berserk. But I've been pinned. Which unfortunately means I'm not going to get much out of the berserk. Shadow Bolt. We can move forward and fight if we wanted. We will take that opportunity. I see. made a mistake. Oh, never mind. Congratulations. You've unmade your mistake. On killing the mighty foe, you notice in the corner a large collection of worthless shiny trinkets and items. The party search through the piles of junk and discover a beautiful silver loot. This must be what the minstrel is after. You pick it up and look to exit the dungeon. Ready for training, Grizak the Bloody. You went on a rampage. As promised, and perhaps surprisingly, given your unusual guide, there is indeed a hoard of gold. And in one chest you find a silver loot that has an unmistakable whiff of enchantment about it. With the treasure collected, you make your way back to the surface and find the minstrel bounced on top of a dilapidated wall. He looks down on you with a delighted smile as you emerge into the evening gloom. Victorious, I see. I knew you would be. Now, have you the loot? Give it here and I'll play you a merry ditty all the way to Siegfriedhof. Do we hand it over? Yeah, I guess. Son of a bitch. The minstrel graciously accepts the instrument after all. You did have a deal. He jumps down from the wall and begins to play the lute. Something strange happens. All the members of your party immediately start to unload the treasure and place it in a pile before the minstrel. From the undergrowth, a motley group of ruffians appear and sneer to observe your party's strange behavior. You see, boys, once you play the lute of compelling with the the music is so very mesmerizing, says the minstrel, addressing the menacing crowd. Turns back to the adventurers. May I introduce the bandits whom I spoke of earlier? Did I not mention that I lead this merry band? He smirks, all the while dancing around your party's ensorcelled forms. Thank you for giving us the treasure. Now if you'll just bear with me while I change tune and compel you to be very still while my companions slit your throats. The music stops, if only for a split second, but it's enough for one of your group to let a dagger fly that slices the strings of the infernal lute. The minstrel is outraged and orders your immediate execution. The first 5 thugs come near are struck down by your adventurers in a bloody swath. But there are more bandits, and your party won't get them all before being overcome. Regrettably, retreat is your only answer, for now at least. You'll get the goddamned minstrel another day. I am flabbergasted by his betrayal. I don't need to watch that. Your warriors dally on their return to Siegfriedhof, spending more than a few nights out in the open. When they arrive in town, they notice that Siegfriedhof is busy. Nervous energy permeates the residents, and crowds are drawn towards the main square. Party follows the human current, curious as anyone to see what is happening. In the center of the square, upon a raised stage, a long but sturdy wooden pole extends upwards with a length of rope attached to the end. Dangling on the rope, tied to it by his ankles, a familiar figure sways like a human pendulum. As he flails about, the watching masses caterwaul and pelt him with rotten vegetables. Some even strike out with improvised cudgels, should he swing into range. The adventurers recognize the hapless victim as none other than the Bandit King himself, the Grey Minstrel. He must have been caught whilst your party was dawdling on the return trip. The warriors push their way forward, keen to find out what's come about and even gloat if they have a chance. Despite the swinging motions and upside-down perspective, the Grey Minstrel spots your party as they draw near. Greetings, says the Grey Minstrel, smiling in spite of his predicament. I promised revenge, and I now have you right where I want you, says while swinging overhead, barely missing a large marrow thrown from the mob. Don't worry about this, it's all part of the plan. I have his daughter, you see. He points with a flailing hand. Your party turns to see the Burgermeister standing firm just beyond the rabble with a grim visage. and flanked by the town's watch. He's waiting for me to give up the location, but I'm only going to tell you lot. It's a trap, you see. One you're going to walk into. You won't kill me while the daughter's alive, and if she dies, well, he'll kill all of us. I'd go find her if I were you. The gray minstrel breaks off as he's hit in the face with a large shot cauliflower. With that, the town watch march forward and surround the adventurers. The annoying musician is right about one thing. I don't think they have a choice about this. He's mad that we busted up his loot, but he used it to fight us, so... He's now level 2. The Marauder is less likely to be pinned in combat by adjacent enemies. Okay, so we will do... I guess we'll add our Troll Slayer. I don't see the problem with that. Let's head to the market, and let's sell anything that's not helpful. We'll sell this. Don't really have the money for that. It's better than dying. Hold up. What's this suggested? Level 1 as well? We can handle that with our level 1s then. So, we are going to... No, you're gonna stay, but you're gonna go out. We're gonna have Ogro Lost Throne. 2 dwarfs in our party now. Both ready for battle. Your adventurers have followed the Grey Minstrel's haphazard directions and have come upon a foreboding entrance into the depths. The armed escort and Siegfried Hof guards halt there. They're clearly not keen to accompany your party in there. Look on the bright side. If you fail to save the Grey Minstrel, or if you fail to save the girl, the Grey Minstrel will share your fate. But if you are successful, a rich and powerful Burgermeister will be in your debt. I'll be honest, this is more entertaining than I thought it would be. You're gonna have to head around. I didn't expect to have choices, by the way. That caught me off guard. Like that. Night Goblin Spearman. I get 1 attack. Get a 4 is the problem with my thing here. That is very unfortunate. I'm gonna try something. So Shadow Daggers. shredded them. That didn't quite land though, but that's fine. That's very unfortunate. An elven bow. I guess he'll get a head start. More night goblins. It's hoping for a death blow, but it is what it is. I can't. Good. Unfortunate. It's at least a hit. He wanted them. That's very unfortunate. And we don't quite have enough for a healing mist. Nice. I can only end my turn. The room is strangely silent. In fact, when one of your warriors tries to speak, no voice is heard. Some kind of magical field of silence pervades the whole chamber. Not a lethal situation by any means, but it could allow enemies to attack without warning. The warriors stay on guard, but the room remains eerily silent. Is that something I should be noting? Duck back. The marauder is much less likely to be pinned. Okay, that's fine. doesn't sound quiet, but you know, it's whatever. I can still cast Healing Mist. Good. Snotlings. Unfortunate. I can't hit with that either, so guess that's the end of my turn. You have pinned the wrong man. Orb of Might. The room is home to a horrendous stench, such as the fetid smell that some warriors can only involuntarily gag rather than remain in a battle-ready posture. Argul Lost Throne receives -1 weapon skill. Magnus Wolfheart. Okay, all of them. Oh wait, never mind, not all of them. Okay. Smells that bad, eh? The Grey Minstrel's Revenge. Suddenly, a large slab of masonry falls to the ground with a loud crash. The whole room shakes and the ceiling starts to crumble. The dungeon is collapsing. You haven't got long. Find the girl and get out. Well, that doesn't seem remotely fair. Closer, but why would I do that? Oh, that's a lot of damage. Good, I needed that to land. I can't do what I wanted to now, actually. Surrounded on all sides, yet still. Oh god, he's down. Of course. That's super unfortunate. super unfortunate. I can't do anything. Unless... No. He's in a bad spot. Okay. Can't do anything. He's defeated. Is he dead, or... I believe it said that champions don't die on... Of course I have healing now. I'm victorious. Doesn't gain anything? Gosh darn it. That's not ideal. The last of your party sprints into daylight just as a resounding crash and a large billowing cloud of black dust erupts from the dungeon entrance. Parties escaped and saved the Burgermeister's daughter. This is just as well as he stands before you, flanked by the town watch once more. Alicia! He says, embracing the girl. He turns to your party. You shall be richly rewarded for this. I am in your debt. Don't worry about that accursed minstrel. He won't be troubling you or I again. He summons 2 guards forward who carry a heavy chest between them. They set the chest down before the adventurers and then withdraw. The girl looks back at her saviors one last time and then is ushered away, along with the Burgenmeister and his entire retinue. Well done, heroes. So he's defeated, but I don't lose him then. I don't need to watch this every time. Is he still... Yeah, he is still there. Okay, that's fine. The Ironbreaker is able to ignore the wounds from a single blow that would normally knock him down. The first time an attack brings him to 0 wounds, the damage is ignored. The ability happens once per dungeon. Good. The Way Watch is able to parry attacks whenever she's attacked. There's a chance she turns the blow and it causes no damage. And then Magnus, let's level you up. Every turn down the power phase, the wizard will attempt to draw power from the magical winds flowing through the dungeons. The power can be used to cast spells during your turn. Power drawn from the winds is lost at the end of your turn. Wizard also has a power reserve which can be power reserve which can be used when needed. Reserve power is automatically used when available if casting a spell that costs more power than the winds provide. Use this power wisely, it does not replenish inside the dungeon. Attempt to heal the targeted warrior. Okay, I see. While walking along the main street, your warrior hears a disturbance just around the corner. A moment later, a huge runaway bull charges down the street, wrecking markets and causing souls. Your warrior can let it pass by, hiding down the alley, or try to stop the animal. Yeah, why not? Confronting. The warrior waves the passerby's side and leaps in front of the bull, sword drawn. The bull hesitates for half a second or so, and tramples him into the dirt before carrying away. The crowd then stomp all over him in a rush to follow the bull, leaving him to nurse his injuries alone in an empty street. Gosh darn it. I tried to help y'all. I guess I won't do it next time. Troll Slayer Shrine. I see, there's different temples. Oh wait, I still need to... Hold up. Because I still need to sell things. We will buy bandages, because those are always needed. And we will sell... Oh wait, I never saw if we needed that. I will sell the Orb of Might. Is that the only thing that I got that was extra? No, Sapphire Gem. And we will, in the meantime, no, that's fine. We will go adventuring. give a new party an attempt. Because those are all level 2 and I want to keep people up here. We'll see how this works out. Lizardmen are utterly cold and devoid of all compassion. Adventurers enter a crowded tavern in a nameless hamlet, and the patrons grow silent before the first warrior fully crosses the threshold. As one, the locals turn to an ancient drinker propped up against the bar on a rickety stool. "You'll be here for the amulet of the Wildwood, I'd wager," he says between great gulps of a foamy ale. "You're not the first to try, and I doubt you'll be the last," he says. "Take the following route, and if you return wearing the damn thing on your head, I'll shout you an ale." The locals burst into gales of laughter at that point. The warriors leave, determined to retrieve the item and prove the yokels wrong. New journal phases. The journal... Okay, parry, I understand. Great axe. Dwarven great axes are powerful weapons, but need 2 hands. But even then, there's a chance of the warrior losing balance and tripping. If this happens, the warrior spends the rest of their turn standing back up and may not do anything. Conversely, if a great axe makes a critical strike, it causes more damage. Endure, Ironbreaker. Okay, yeah, got that. Finger of Life. That's fine. Phoenix King. Grant protection to all warriors in the group, giving them a chance to avoid damage. And then Starlance. Attack the targeted enemy, causing substantial damage proportional to the Archmage's battle level. Archmage may be able to see the target. Must be, sorry. Blessed warriors gain the ability to dodge incoming blows for the remainder of the turn. Dodge attacks cause no wounds. Scourge cast. The blessed warriors gain an increased chance to hit for the remainder of the turn. Then a fireball. The wizard throws a fireball at an enemy, dealing more damage proportional to its level. Cinder blast. The wizard sends a burst of energy, which explodes on contact, causing damage to all adjacent units, friends, or foe. Wizard can conjure a protective ring of fire around a friendly unit, giving them a chance to resist an enemy attack. And first of all, I need to make sure everybody has at least a healing item. I'm going to throw a second healing item on. This is for Marauder and oh, I see, the 2 other classes. They didn't need that. I could have gotten rid of that. And that could be given to a Shadow Warrior, which I don't think I have here. It's my Warrior Priest. And... okay, yeah, no, I don't. Attacked by snotlings, which isn't that big of a concern. Perfect. Can't do anything right now. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That is very unfortunate. There we go. Now, I need to re-give him some healing items. And we can't move yet. Oh, he can literally just happen to heal. It seems like having the gray wizard, though, is like a must. Because he is healing, so I'm probably going to end up leaving him in the party. Just in general. What? What was that? Everybody just took damage. The warriors can see the amulet of wildwood within sight, but it is surrounded by a horde of monsters who look eagerly at the warriors with hungry eyes, desperate for the taste of man, elf, or dwarf flesh. Creatures are not so choosy. I'm not overly concerned. Scourge of Chaos does what now? Hold on. That's nice. What about Call of the Brave? Scourge of Chaos. Ignored. Okay. Well, that's sad. Sigmar did not hear my cry. Let's take him out first. That is very, very unfortunate. Unless... What did Cinder Blast do again? Fireball did it. Let's throw Cinder Blast. Good. That did something at least. Can nobody hit this one? This is bad. This is very bad. Of freaking course, he's already downed. It failed. Didn't fail that time. really wish he would die. That's good. Maybe I was wrong, because he does healing as well. Wait, did I accidentally end my turn again? Really? Yeah, I did. My bad, that's on me. I'm throwing. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see who this affects. Nearly everybody. I should probably do that at the start. I'll get better at the game eventually. It was ignored this time. With all the monsters vanquished, the adventurers can search the chamber at their leisure. It doesn't take long to locate the lost amulet of the Wildwood, and though a hidden alcove, a hoard of gold, where the adventurers plunder without a moment's thought. It's a helmet. Yeah, I'll take all of those. Let's travel there. We'll view this town's thing. Beast of Burden. The village of Marburg lies within dense forest to the south of the River Ster. It is an unviable location and has paid the price for its proximity to the menacing trees several times over the last 100 years. The sacking of Marburg is as common as autumn winds, goes the saying around these parts. This dour outlook has spread to the residents of the hamlet, who all view strangers with suspicion and are never particularly welcoming. On this occasion, your party's arrival is noticed with uncharacteristic interest. The curious villagers all look rather gaunt, confirming rumors that harvests have been meager over the last few seasons in this part of the old world. As the warriors gather in the common room of the village's solitary inn, they're approached by a miller. He doffs his cap and humbly seeks permission to take a seat at the adventurer's table. I'll continue reading this in a second. I'll be right back. Unpause that. Took more time than I liked it to, but oh well. Greetings, strangers. You don't look like the kind of folk that find things for, you look like the kind of folks that finds things for a price, says the miller. I'm missing a donkey. Goes by the name of Old Nell. She's a mangy old thing to be sure, but without her the whole village would starve. There ain't no other beast like her for leagues. We need her back before the next backer tag. The miller momentarily stops to check that your party's taking it all in. I can't promise much of a reward, but I do have something of value if you find, Old Nell. Also, he leans in close at this point, keen not to let the inn's other customers hear.
She was taken by spiders down into their lair, as they tell me. There's more than just my donkey and cobwebs down in those caves. Down in that cave.
At this point, he leans in further and reduces his voice to whisper.
There's treasure down there, too.
He sits upright again.
Now, I know what you're thinking, but I can tell you that old Nell isn't dead. Not yet, anyway. She went missing last night, and those things don't eat straight away. Ask the Thatcher about his wife if you don't believe me.
With that, the miller stands.
By backer tag, if you want the reward, day after tomorrow, he concludes.
Looks like your party has an ass to find. Hold up. That has to go to my buddy. Can I access... I could have sworn I could access my... Resume. No. No. We ain't retiring nobody. What I want to figure out, was it that? Okay, it was this. It's not gonna help my Marauder though either, but these could help. Let's not trash it. Can I not wear both? I cannot. And that's good for the Shadow Warrior. Where's the Shadow Warrior? The same thing. Okay. Oh, then let's go ahead and sell some extra stuff. I'd like to buy healing items. That is the best they got. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and go to my current party then and... Never mind, hold up. We are really hurting in healing items. Recommended level 2. We'll have to come back then. Because we are not ready. I need more supplies if we are to go into battle. Get our party leveled. The Athol Lauren amulet is a mythical helmet, so tells the stranger who has met your party going the opposite way. He's an older man who carries a large backpack and a battered sword by his side. He remonstrates that if only he was 10 years younger, he would be going on a quest for the Athol Lauren amulet himself. As it is, he is happy to share the knowledge where it can be found. So your party follows the stranger's advice and come upon a dungeon. Oh, we're going to be taking a right first. Giant spiders. There we go. We have Phoenix King's protection. And we will do we don't need Call of the Brave. We can do our Scourge. Oh, my bad. In which we've been ignored anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter. That was uncalled for, wouldn't you say? Oh, I've made things way harder for me. Maybe I can fireball. There we go. Nobody else can move, though. Them catching up is more likely to be a problem. Oh, I can zoom. That makes things easier. I don't know why I didn't try that. Let's have them wait. Jade. What the heck is the Ring of Jade? I need to figure that out. Oh, I see, I see. So I was wrong. He doesn't have healing, but he has the chance with an item too. Giant rat. Or giant bat, sorry. In the many dark places of the old world, creatures gather and lurk. Some hide away, others to hunt. Giant bats are vicious creatures that crave flesh and will seek it out above or below ground. That the creatures willingly walk into giant bat territories is all the better for the creatures, as it saves them look for prey. We can do the Phoenix King's protection. And Scourge of Chaos. How unfortunate. And could do Cinder Blast. Let's do that after we walk. How unfortunate. This is more unfortunate. arrowheads. That's nice. Oh, right. We're full. Mind me. Defensive magic up. Oh, I never did my Scourge of Chaos. That's my bad. That's fine. I can do Call of the Brave then. Not do anything stupid with it. Let's not do Call Brave. Let's do the Scourge of Chaos. Other boots, and we could add toughness. Can anybody use the boots? Is that how that one works? Let's give it to him. Giant rats. Unfortunately, I don't think we got anything there. And we don't have enough wins for any actual magic. So we will Star Lance. That is so unfortunate. I should have done my Scourge of Chaos. We've been ignored anyways. I'm gonna say you can't be pinned. I'll be honest, I forgot that it's arrived. That jade ring comes in clutch sometimes. I see. Is it defensive or... Okay. Then we'll do Call of the Brave. We've been ignored. Don't have offensive. Okay. He tripped. Unfortunate. Nice. Giant rats aren't that big of a threat. Let's hope him for a death blow. We'll do a Call of the Brave. Of course we were ignored though. I could have moved actually and done... Oh, I still can't. Good. Oh, right. Argo Lostthorn is confronted by a slumped Keld figure crawling towards them, calling for help in a piteous voice. Upon reaching the stranger, the warrior realizes that offering aid was not a good idea. The figure slumps into their arms, dead, his cowl falling to one side and revealing his plague-ridden face. Boils and pustules cover the stranger's cheeks, his eyes weep a thick yellow fluid. Your warrior's quick reflexes mean he's able to jump back immediately, avoiding any infection from the fallen fighter. The warrior leave the festering body alone. That could have been bad. The center of the room, the Athen Lauren amulet can be seen dangling from the rafters via a silvered cord. The warriors are naturally cautious, as although the chamber seems empty now, they experienced enough to know that an artifact this valuable will not be left unguarded. That makes sense. We have no winds of magic, no offensive, which means that we're gonna want. Hey, what's up, Valve? ZP Valves, by the way. I think that's. Or BTW? I don't know. I don't know how you want your name pronounced. Let's do a Call of the Brave. Hope for the best. Good. That's what we want to see. I don't want her or him necessarily up front like that. So they'll move afterwards. Take out this. Or miss. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. This is not ideal circumstances. We 100% need to hit this. They have... That would damage them. That might be what we need. It missed, unfortunately, on that. We're gonna do a Call of the Brave. That's also not ideal. We need the spider out. Good. Good. I don't care that he trips. That's what we needed. That's the last that we can do. Let's do this. I don't have enough for either of their magics. Actually, we could have them assist here. The warrior's fight has ended in victory. The gigantic spider lay dead at one of the adventurers' feet. Freed of the dungeon's boss, the warrior take the Ethel Lauren amulet as a prize. They also come across a small hoard of stolen treasure, which the warriors promptly help themselves to. Decreased chance to be hit with a melee weapon. It's good for the wood elf. Okay. Stonebread's fine. What I could do... He's about to level up, which would be nice. We weren't ready for the quest here. We're a little bit too weak. We had an encounter on the way. As the warriors exit the dungeon after the long battle, they take stock of what the wares in their possession and realize that some of the items have turned rotten and perished. Warriors discard... I see. So food items will go bad. That's something that's good to know. No, I don't need that. Bandages can't go bad, though. I'll take that, and we will sell. We don't need the Orb of Might. I could sell that. Let's sell this, though, instead. So I shouldn't be reluctant to get, or to grab healing stuff. Let me make sure they have at least a healing drought. And you could have... It's +3 max wounds. That's... Honestly, that's probably better, though. More max wounds. Could do +1 ranged attacks. Actually, yeah, let's do the +1 ranged attacks. We'll sell the other. It's not worth that much, unfortunately. And we need to make sure... I need to focus on getting bandages then. I'm not necessarily the level to work on that, but we could flame bullets or rescue the blacksmith. I think we should rescue the blacksmith. That seems like a good idea to me. Skeletons and critters. Skeleton militia. Cool. Skeletons form martial slices of a vampire or necromancer's forces. They will have once been soldiers or warriors, and so are armed with corroded swords, rusting bucklers, and other weapons thought lost to antiquity. Probably want to do Call of the Brave as our initial. Yeah. They'd be able to cinder some of these here. That was not as devastating as I was hoping. But that was. They got some ability on them. Ow. Like, they can travel a distance. Ignored. Figured. They don't have the means to do anything other than we get people surrounding them. Nobody hits. Ooh. That was nice. We need healing though, and you have good old haunch of meat. I would prefer it if you used it. There we go. Might have been a waste. Screw it. We'll just do that. Now let's have them walk in. Interesting. Seems like we are in a necromancer's tomb. If I had to take a guess from the enemies. Hey, Jay, you want a call? Okay. Before we switch to Tomb Raider, I need to finish this, by the way. Did you hear me? Yeah. Oh, James, I have a message for you. I think you'll like this. This is one of the lines of the quest I have been given for this game.
I do like that.
We have to go searching for a donkey.
Of course, we have an ass to find.
I love it so much.
That's good. So, since I wasn't here when you started this, what tells you this is a necromancer's tomb?
Well, there's this crypt part right here, and I've been fighting skeletons and rats.
I see.
So I have...
See, the rats you're fighting today are revenge for the rats you killed yesterday.
Shush. They don't know
well,
about
I mean,
that.
except, you know, you're absolutely demolishing both kinds. So.
I absolutely am. And there's no remorse. I'm not very good at this game, but, you know, it is what it is.
Also, today your stream is only, like, maybe 5 seconds behind real time.
It's
nice.
dependent on your internet as well.
Yeah.
Dang it. Dang it. Freaking rats. Okay, do we have... I can do Fireball. That's not great, but... At least that's one dead. Starlance, we can get rid of that.
What was I about to do? Oh.
And we can... No. Chaos Scourge. I pray! Sigmar hears my prayers. That's what I needed. Good. That's also good. Ring of Lesser Regeneration. That sounds useful, believe it or not. I did not mean to do that. I'm still not used to the controls of this game. So wait, you know what? You're up in the front a lot. Here, have that. Wounds of... Now we have a chance to heal. Randomly, but it is a thing. Oh, I probably made them the front of the... Nice healing. Yeah, I can't have them go forward now. I just want you to move there, and I want you to move forward. I have that Red Flag song stuck in my head.
It's a good song.
It is. Huh?
I said it's a good song. Quite funny.
It is.
Been a while since I've heard it, though.
Has it?
Yeah. Listened to it this morning, naturally, but...
Okay. So this is a dead end, which means we're turning this car around. I'll be honest, this game's more fun than I thought it would be, but it's also a weird game. I don't think I've played anything that's quite like it, you know?
Indeed.
But it reminds me of Darkest Dungeon. And I'm very glad I'm not playing on the hardest difficulty, because on the hardest difficulty, your champions can die. And I don't want to lose my people. That sounds frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
What's in here? Zombies and critters. Spiders in particular, but, you know. Let's move up here. Let's move here. we have the star, or we have the star lance right now. I shouldn't have moved forward yet. Oh gosh darn, hold up. No wait, nope, this still works. Fireball! It hit less people than I wanted it to, if I'm being honest. But we can star lance this. That'll be great. And we will do Call of the Brave. Sigmar, are you gonna listen to my call? No. I find it funny that it just says ignored. Dang, man! You didn't... Okay. I have to say, you didn't have to go and slaughter all of them. But he didn't, so... I shouldn't have said that because I would have rather him slaughter everybody. What is the flooring here? That is not ideal. He is pinned. What type of casting do we have? We can do Star Lance, which we could use to get rid of that. We can cast a Fireball and finish him off. Which means that I can do Scourge of Chaos. Unless Sigmar ignores me like he just did. An Orb of Might. How nice.
There will be minimal Baba Yaga talk today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're already close to done with it.
No, I finished it.
I see, I see. I have been
the only reason I kept going on about it yesterday is because I was trying to 100% the area. I was just wandering around collecting
I
things.
see. I have been absolutely surrounded by zombies now. And Sigmar is not hearing my call.
Don't let that happen.
Tripped. That's not an ideal start.
I do have up on my wrist.
Oh boy. I need... Oh my god, I'm missing. That's damage. That's damage. These zombies are absolutely shredding me right now. What type of mat? We have the Phoenix King's protection. Good.
The Phoenix King.
Which means I can do Scourge of Chaos if Sigmar will hear my call. And he did.
Damn it, do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what we want to see. What did I just grab? I found a ruined book.
What resource on my computer is stressed out when I run this game?
Yes.
I guess it would be my...
The answer is
Okay.
yes, Jay.
Now my computer's bottleneck is my CPU. Damn. Okay.
Sounds about right.
This game uses 20% of my GPU and 80% of my CPU.
Rescue the blacksmith. Your warriors enter what appears to be some kind of ad hoc dungeon prison. They see at the back of the room a cage, and within it, someone motionless. The warriors are unable to determine the condition of the prisoner or if it is the blacksmith. Before they can investigate, you are surrounded by enemies. A skeleton archer
Cool.
which
Finished a quest.
nice.
Now what?
I don't quite have enough. I need to do Call of the Brave, but I need everybody to get closer, I think. This is not ideal initially, but you know what? Let's get one of the ranged enemies. Oh! That was 5 damage. I could be out here. I'm down.
Oh.
That's not
Ooh.
a great start. Ooh! 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 Oh, please! Please, I am starting to die. Small bandages. Oh, thank God. Starlance needs to go. They hurt.
4.2. Damn.
I need my potion of healing. Holy crap. Call of the Brave. Yeah, let's do that. I've been ignored again.
Ooh,
No,
yes, please.
I should just do...
Well, first time. Oh, maybe.
That is a start. He could wipe him there, but he didn't, and he didn't, which is good. Phoenix King's protection. I can fireball him. And then I can do Sigmar, here's my call. It did for one person. Not the best person to get it, but it's pinned. Didn't matter. After your warriors slay the remnant of the beast, they quickly rush over to the body in the small cell. They quickly identify that it is indeed the blacksmith. Argrul Lost Throne bashes the primitive cell lock and clumsily rips the door off its hinges. The motionless body in the cell suddenly springs to life and sits up.
Oh, thank you. I've been stuck in the cell for days. Thought I'd never see the light again. My name is Heidenrick Erasmus, and I'm a blacksmith from the settlement nearby.
Heidenrick Erasmus stands tall and strides over to a small table in the corner.
Here, take this. I crafted this back home, and it has fared me well. It's a fine weapon, and I'm sure you can make use of it.
He gives the weapon to the warrior and starts making his way to the exit. It's for the Marauder and for wizards. That might be good for my wizards. Three of my characters are ready to level up. That would be nice. Well, then let me head back and do some training real quick. I don't need to see the cutscene every single time. Training grounds will train you. And And the Troll Slayer takes fewer wounds than normal whenever he is damaged by physical sources. The level of damage reduction increases as at the Troll Slayer's battle level. That's good. Every time the Blessed Warriors damage a target, they regain some of the damage dealt back as health. That sounds helpful. Every turn. Oh wait, is this the same thing? Oh yeah, Winds of Magic Power Reserve. The wizard heals the wounds of an ally proportional to his level. Oh, that's nice. Seer wound. Oh, I see. I see. I just got new stuff here. James, let me ask you a quick question.
Ask away.
I'm gonna scroll through these characters. I want you to tell me which is your favorite, design-wise. Let me know when you're looking.
I'm looking.
Okay. Drang, Nith, Grizak, Magnus, Agrol, Jacob, Otherin, Magnus, Scarlock, Golf, or Felix.
I like the one with the gray beard.
The gray beard. You like Magnus?
The first Magnus, yes.
I see. He's an ogre.
Okay, that's what they were doing.
Mark it. I need bandages. Always need bandages. Let me sell these, and then I don't know how the game saves, so I'm just gonna hope that it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something very specific I'm trying to do here. And to do it, they need to not be just on me.
Let's see. If I do that, that's fair. Okay. Give me a second. I have an important email.
Certainly not what I was trying to do, but they're all dead now.
Let's see. If I'm not working that, I should probably pay attention to that. Okay. No. There we go. I will switch, but first I'm gonna go grab something real quick to snack. And by that I mean heat up a sausage real quick.
Alright.
I'll be back. Where the heck?
Might as well. There's stuff over here that I didn't do. It's part of finishing this quest, which I'll do right now. Do that, and then come here. Here. No. Back here. That. No. Sands.
forgot to end the recording. I did. One sec.